How is it going, everyone? It's K-Limit here, and today we are going to be talking about an Xbox 360 classic that you can play on the Xbox Series X. You can pick this game up digitally, or you can actually play it through Game Pass, at least at the time of this recording. Hopefully, when this video comes out, it's still on Game Pass. It's actually a Microsoft Studios game, so I believe it should stay on Game Pass. But I played it through Game Pass, and I love this game. It's actually quite a bit of fun, especially if you are a fan of kart racing games. And this is just a really cool classic game because it's one of those 360 arcade games that lets you use your avatar. So if you have a Xbox 360 avatar created on your account, it will actually use that for your in-game character, which I actually really enjoyed and I think is really awesome. And the game overall actually is quite a bit of fun. It has a couple different modes. It has a main mode, which is mainly Grand Prix. It has, your free race mode, but then it also has something called Stunt Park. And the Stunt Park actually is a lot more fun than I expected it to be. So the main mode is obviously going to be your Grand Prix and stuff, and you have 10 different courses that you can race through, which isn't a whole lot, but considering that this was an Xbox 360 arcade game, I don't really think it's a huge deal. But you have the courses. Each course does feel very different from one another, and I like the little gimmicks and stuff that they have on the courses. I like all the different shortcuts. There's a ton of different paths that you can take on these courses, and that's really awesome because it lets you also find some of the secret crates and stuff that you need to find on the course, because you gotta find these secret crates to unlock more cars. So I do like that, actually. I like how many different paths you have on each course, and when you're going through the Grand Prix mode, you have three different types of difficulties. You have 100cc, 200cc, and 300cc. You have those, and then you also will be locked into certain vehicles on some of the races. So you have like three different types of vehicles, and depending on which Grand Prix you're doing, you will be locked into that vehicle class, and you can select one of those specific vehicles within that class to race during the Grand Prix until you get to like the finale of the Grand Prix. Once you get to the finale, then it's like opens up all the classes and it's just like use whatever car you want from any of the classes. And I actually like the way that that is done. So it kind of lets you test out which vehicles are the best. Do you like a heavier vehicle? Do you like a vehicle that has more speed behind it? Do you like a vehicle that is kind of like a mid-size rig? It lets you pick what you like. And I like the final races on each of the Grand Prix. So that's really fun. I really enjoy those. And I think that the main mode is still probably my favorite, but the stunt mode is pretty fun as well. The stunt mode is just a gigantic open arena. You have two different maps that you can go to for stunt mode, and they're both just giant open arenas where you can go and do tricks. You can go and collect coins, and you'll need those coins to eventually purchase the vehicles that you unlock. So you go and you are just trying to find crates to unlock more cars, because each crate you find is a different car part, and you need those crates to basically unlock cars eventually. So you have to keep getting car parts, and if you get enough car parts, you will eventually unlock a car for a purchase. So you can keep doing that, and the park is just full of them. The park has tons of crates. It also has tons of trophies that you can get, and there's only two courses, but the second course that you unlock you have to actually unlock it. It's locked, so you actually do have to get some trophies, but you only have to get like 10 trophies to unlock the second map. So I think that's awesome. So you get those, and then you can just keep getting all the trophies and stuff like that. And there's achievements if you get the trophies and stuff like that as well. So I just like these gigantic open areas, though. They're fun to explore. They're fun to kind of hunt down all these car pieces in. Fun to do tricks on, and just also really cool to see all the different types of stunt ramps and just different types of things that you can go and just throw your car off of. So I really enjoy that stuff. And it's a great way to earn coins. If you want to earn coins to unlock special colors for your cars and different styles, because you can unlock different colors and different styles for the cars, if you want to do that, this is a great way to earn coins and also get different car variants. Because while you can unlock, just the base car, you can also get some variants for certain cars. And that's just another reason to look for more of those crates. So I do like that quite a bit. The only thing I'll complain about when it comes to the crates is that I do think that in the actual main mode, they're a little bit harder to find because you have to kind of look for them harder. And it's better to not look for the crates your first time playing through the main mode. I've learned that the hard way because I was trying to figure it out, try to look for crates while doing the main Grand Prix. It's better to just go in and do single races on the courses and then just take your time and try to find them, and you can leave the course early and it will let you keep all the crates that you found. So that's the best way to find car parts. Just go into single race and take your time exploring to find every crate that you need. That's the best way to do it if you want to unlock more cars. And I will say, they do a good job of hiding them in the main course. And honestly, even in the actual stunt park, they do a good job of hiding those crates. So look high and low for those things, because they're kind of tricky to get to sometimes. But I do like them. The only thing I will say is that I do wish that you could unlock more cars just by winning the Grand Prix. You know, I like the idea, and I've always liked the idea of finding crates and unlocking cars just by, finding them on the actual tracks. I've seen other games do stuff like that, and I like that idea, but I like it when they balance it. So I like it when they have the ability to find these crates and unlock cars, but then they also let you unlock cars just by winning races. You know, I feel like you need to have a good balance there, and this game really only lets you do the kind of, finders keepers type thing. It only really lets you do the scavenger hunt style for unlocking cars, and I really like being awarded cars for winning races. So it just needed to balance it a little bit more, but still, that doesn't ruin the game. It just does make it a little bit harder to unlock cars. Maybe go into stunt park mode before anything else and do that, and then you can unlock some cars, because you get a lot more cars in stunt park mode, and I feel like you'll have more fun with this game if you are able to drive more cars in the Grand Prix mode. So maybe go into stunt park mode first, unlock some cars, and then go into the Grand Prix mode and start racing some more, because like I said, you'll want to unlock some more cars. It's not quite as fun if you're only using, the basic 3 cars that you start with. You want some other things. But still, I enjoy this game. I think it's a lot of fun. It controls pretty well. Didn't really have any issues with the controls or anything like that. The drifting takes a little bit of time to get used to, but once you get used to it, it's not too bad. The overall course design is pretty good. There's only one course I'm not a huge fan of, and it's like a racetrack, and it's just one of those that has really tight corners, and it's really hard to drift on. So I'm not a fan of that personally, but maybe some other people will like that one. The actual graphics of this game look pretty darn good. It's definitely dated, but it doesn't look bad. It's very similar in terms of its like palette style and everything. It's very similar to Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed with the way it looks, so that's really cool. And also, I love the fact that you can get a boost in this game. You can earn boost by doing tricks in the air. I always love it when kart games let you do tricks. And this one lets you, do front flips and do 180s and everything. I love that stuff. If a game lets me do stunts in a racing game, then I'm happy. I think that's always just adds a little bit of bonus and adds a little bit more of like risk and reward to the gameplay. So I really like that as well. Overall, this is a fantastic game, and if you can still play it on Game Pass, definitely do it that way, but it's also not a very expensive game. I see it on sale very often. So go check out Joyride Turbo. It's a fantastic Xbox 360 game that you can play on the Xbox Series X, and it's just a really good time. I think that you will enjoy this game. I put a lot of time into this game, more than I actually expected to. I was playing it for a while. Sometimes I would play it and I'd just be like, I'm just going to put like an hour in and then I'm going to go do something else. And then 3 hours had passed. Like, this is a game that you can really get addicted to. And it's just it's a lot of fun. It's chaotic too, because you get those Mario Kart style crates everywhere. And you get a decent amount of abilities in it, and it can make things pretty chaotic, so I really do enjoy that. So go check out Joyride Turbo on the Xbox Series X. I will talk to you guys in the next one. You have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.